don't like reading. How does it help? I can improve my language as it is. What is the use of reading at all? Spending long hours reading long pages. How does it help? Well, that depends whether you wish to work on your language or not. Today we'll talk about why reading is important for language development. Welcome to Fluency Goals. I am Mandeep and together we'll achieve our goals to fluency. Why should you read? First of all, reading is extremely essential for improving your overall language skills. Consider it as a powerhouse that just powers, gives a push to your language development. Nothing works in expanding your vocabulary the way reading does. Reading adds to your receptive vocabulary. What do you mean by receptive vocabulary? When you read, you come across all sort of words. Some words you know and some words you don't know. Every time you encounter a new word while reading, you're adding it to your mental dictionary. The more words you know, the better you can understand and the better you can express yourself. Exposure to diverse vocabulary is really essential to enhance your language skills. It aids in effective communication. Take for example, you feel so many emotions in a day, but if you don't have enough vocabulary for what you are feeling, how are you going to express it? Are you just feeling happy? You are feeling elated? Or you are exhilarated? Or you are feeling over the moon because of your success? The more vocabulary you have, the expressive you become. So basically, reading helps you in learning new words without even you realizing it. Not just building vocabulary, but reading also helps you in observing text to improve your grammar. Of course, learning the basics of grammar helps in sentence structure and accuracy, but through exposure to well-written sentences and paragraphs, you naturally start to absorb the rules of grammar and syntax. You'll see how sentences are structured, how they are formed, how the punctuation is used in different expressions, in different sentence structures, how ideas are connected. All of these can really help in improving your writing as well as your speaking skills. Now, talking about writing skills, good writers are often avid readers. They read a lot, they are voracious readers. By seeing how authors craft stories, essays, or articles, you learn techniques for organizing ideas, developing characters, and creating engaging narratives. So you learn how to tell your story, how to express your idea to someone else because you have had that exposure to various writing styles of the writers and the various methods of expression. This directly translates into writing skills for yourself. Reading is like that secret ingredient that adds flavor to your writing, that improves your writing and takes it to top notch. So when you read, you learn by example. You read books, articles, novels, magazines, newspapers, media posts, social media posts that you come across. When you read all this, you come across how people write. You notice that how they use words, how they structure sentences, and organize their ideas. It's like watching a master chef cook. You pick up the tricks and techniques just by observing. When you see the words that you are familiar with, when you see them being used in different contexts, you start to understand their meanings deeper and how they can be used in your own writing. The more you read, the more words you come across. It's like adding those new spices to your cooking. You have more flavors to play with. Now, how does reading improve your speaking? Very important point here, loud reading aids verbal delivery. Now, one very important thing that the learners often ignore is that speaking is not just a language skill, but it is as much a motor skill also. You have to train your tongue to speak in the other language. So that is how you pick correct pronunciation, accent, and articulation of words. When you read, you're forced to vocalize each word clearly. This can strengthen your speech muscles and make you articulate in verbal delivery. So you no longer stutter, stammer when you have to speak. So if you have practiced reading aloud enough, you get comfortable with speaking the language, speaking the words, and when you use the words in actual conversation, you no longer stutter and stammer. So this is important that you particularly allot some time to read aloud to focus on the articulation, pronunciation of the words. Now, above all, reading enhances your comprehension. Comprehension, your ability to understand. When you read, you're constantly processing and understanding the meaning of what you are reading. This strengthens your ability to understand the spoken language as well. The more you read, the better you get at it. You start recognizing the words faster and you can read without stumbling much. When your reading naturally becomes easier, your understanding also becomes easier. Now, reading exposes you to different texts. When you read widely across different genres and topics, you expose yourself to various writing styles, vocabulary, and sentence structures. Now, this exposure helps broaden your understanding of different texts and it becomes easier to understand, comprehend new material. It's like training your brain to understand the language better. So many a time it happens that you read and you come across the words and phrases that you do not understand completely. However, if you pay attention to the surrounding context that these words and phrases are used in, you can infer the meaning of the unfamiliar words. Now, this process improves your ability to comprehend text even when you come across unfamiliar vocabulary. Reading exposes you to a wide range of information and ideas, which helps you in building a background knowledge about different subjects. This means background knowledge means collecting information and learning about different things, different subjects, different topics. When you read, you are not just enjoying story, learning facts, you're also adding to your current knowledge, what you already know about the world. So it is like collecting those small puzzle pieces. Each piece that you gather, it helps you in understanding the bigger picture and to understand and comprehend new stuff. Above all, reading helps you in developing critical thinking skills. Reading helps you in building the opinions. If you are speaking to other people, you have the knowledge on the subject, you have an opinion that you have built perhaps by reading some piece. You have gained another perspective into something that you already knew. It sharpens your critical thinking skills as you evaluate and analyze what you are reading. So when you are reading, don't just read. Ask yourself critical question: what is it that the author is trying to convey here? What is the mood of the author in this text? It helps you in understanding the language deeply and critically. So when you read, all of these factors come together to help you enhance your communication skills. So you are exposed to different forms of communication: informal, formal, academic, conversational. This broad exposure helps you in becoming more versatile and effective at your communication, whether it is writing or speaking. So I hope that you got the answer that why you should be reading. If you like this video, then please give a thumbs up. Do subscribe to my channel to keep following for more such content. Thank you so much.